What's good, people? It's your boy Smee.
And it's your boy B.
Hope everyone had a lovely Christmas and New Year. Thanks to everyone that helped out with the follows and comments on the Christmas special. It was a very festive special, to say the least.
Santa doesn't always wear... Actually, no. We were wearing red. We were wearing red. Not too much to say on that.
Just for everyone out there, Santa is not black.
Listen, Santa is black just like Jesus. Remember we had this discussion?
Jesus isn't black. You can't be black.
Jesus is black.
Do you know my friend Jess? That's what Jesus looks like. Lined up like a little motherfucking goatee with the thing. Jess, I know you got that trimmed. He does that himself, you know.
He does that himself?
Himself before he comes out.
Listen,
balling.
Next time I need to go to him, then come to you and then we shoot. But anyway, what you been up to, bro? How was your
Christmas,
New
Year?
Christmas?
Good, chilled, stayed in, didn't go wild. Them days are behind me that way.
Lies. It's just not this year. He's laying low.
So, yeah, I'm on a DL. Don't even worry about where I am. Anyway, yeah, but a good Christmas. Just spent it with family and stuff. Got lovely presents for Christmas. A lot of... I think this says a lot about you when somebody knows down to a T what to get you.
I think it's a good thing, though.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing, actually.
I got beard kits, like 3 or 4 beard kits. I got aftershaves. I got tattoo hours, like tokens for the tattoo like studio. And I got Red Dead Redemption.
That, like, for me, all it is, I'm just a game person. Like, like, any game I'm happy.
Like, I wish I could spend more time of just shutting off life and playing it like I used to.
Yeah.
Because around Christmas, I was off work. My girl went to stay at her parents, and I just stayed for like 15, 16 hours. Just at the end of it, end of it, I was like, hoo-ha! Like, I was full on cowboy unit. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I was looking for a hoedown, like not the kind of hoedown I used to look for.
No.
But yeah, it was one of them. We just stayed in. Like, yeah, people are gonna call me boring, but we stayed in and played bingo. Like, it was.
I said that to somebody one time, like,
You can't say that to somebody.
I said that to, like, they're like, oh, yeah,
we were with family. You don't just say it with your boys, like, oh, you're gonna hit the bingo, you're gonna hit the gala.
Do you know, I was on this self-love, like, that's what I'm gonna do. I like, I'm gonna go play bingo, and he looked at me, he's like, what, like, how old are you? Oh man! Anyway, I backpedaled out of that. Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, I mean, pussy bingo. I'm on it.
Hey,
which one you go for?
No.
I got a Sandra. I got a Sheila. Yep. I just need the Susan. I got all the S's lined up.
Oh man, yeah. And I'm rubbish at bingo as well. That's the thing.
You can't be rubbish at bingo. You just dab a number.
No, because you can be slow, and then somebody could say the number you're on, and then when you're trying to get that one, they say the next number, and then they shout bingo.
No, but you just gotta be quick.
Yeah, I'm slow at bingo.
But you go in lines.
No. How many times have you played professional bingo? Because you're with the family. Have you been in a bingo hall? Huh?
Never been in a bingo
hall. You know about
hall.
South London,
I don't know about bingo hall.
Elephant and Castle. I'm not talking about your galas. I'm talking about this. I don't know what it's called, but it's that Elephant and Castle.
Listen, there was a lady. So there was a story I got told of a friend. Him and his missus took her nan to bingo.
Yeah.
And like they were talking like it was a good time, and the woman next to them was like shh, and they were like, hey, Grandma, like is this meant to be like? And the woman's like shh, and we looked over at the woman, and she had like 6 sheets, and she was like literally said like. What the fuck?
That's why I'm rubbish, bro. She does that. I'm on one sheet. Do you know what they gave me? They said, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a tablet. There's a tablet. Yeah, there's a new age bingo.
These people are.
I'm serious about this bingo anyway.
I'm serious about the bingo life. You don't know me. You don't know me and my bingo life.
But yeah,
Too fat lady. Don't talk to my mama like that.
So you get a tablet, and obviously it's got your digital books, and you just tap the screen when they say you just tap screen. You don't do anything, you just tap the screen.
That's what you got to do.
Just tap the screen.
And you still bad at it.
And I lost. Tap the screen. If I'm being honest, I go there, and you would like. I go there for the food, bro. The food is so nice. They do ribs. Do ribs. If you don't know about you
guys are excited. Bless his little soul.
The food's nice there. Like I don't know about all other bingos ones because I lose.
I know you lose at bingo. You just gotta be in it.
But have you won? But you're saying you don't know.
I won £40 the other night.
Oh snap!
Yeah, in the family bingo in the house. We go in £10 a line and everything.
Fair one.
£10 a line, £20 a house. No, that's a lie.
Who's paying this money though?
We put it in. So you paid in for a book. So you put £2 or £5 in for a game, and then when we all put it in, You obviously, everyone gets one sheet each. We play it through the tablet connected to the TV, and the guy's like, all on its own, number 7. And then like me and Joe are like, we're like,
do you know, if anybody thought we were young just by our looks, they were fools, right? Yeah.
Listen, so Joe turns around and he says,
oh, he's away now. He's away. He's gone. He's back again. He's back again.
It says 2 ducks in a row, 22, and me and Joe at the same time go wah wah.
You
had to be there.
Yeah, it was one of them jokes.
And then it says another one like, what is it? All on a row, number 1 or something. And Joe says spit in our eye or something. I can't remember what it is. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Like, it's a different world, man. It's a different world. It's a different world. What sports have you been to where you're just totally taken out of your comfort zone? You're like you're just proper out of your comfort zone. You're like, oh, this is what you do. Oh, like I shouldn't cheer now. Oh, this is what happened.
Fencing.
You've been fencing before?
I've been fencing.
Oh, that's cool.
I went before the army.
So what was happening? Like
a kid I knew, he was like, oh, we went to school together. He's like, oh, I do fencing. I was like, oh, that was swords. He's like, no, it's a
saber. Is it called
something like that? It's got a little ball on the end.
Yeah.
And you score points by touching the other bloke with a ball. I was like, you're some gay shit right there. Keep your ball away from me. Like, I want no man's ball touching me.
He said, just shut up and just come. You
yeah,
understand.
and then he done this thing like, ch-ch-ch. I was like, yeah, fuck him up. And like, I got told to be quiet, like, you know, like, cheer. I'm like, he was fucking him up.
Yeah, it's kind of that sport, isn't it? I'm trying to think other sports like that where it's like, you kind of, tennis is sort of like that. I know.
Bulls, old man bulls. If I've been, my grandparents used to live next to a bowling green, and we used to sit on the fence watching, and like, then 2 doors down, his name was George, and George was like a 71-year-old man.
But it was your neighbour.
It was like 2 neighbours down. Yeah. So my granddad would talk to him about cars, and we like one day I went over and I looked, and he was playing, and he got the ball, and it went like right close to the white. I was like, "Yeah, George, kick the fuck on, kick up, yeah, go on, George, do your thing." And George was like, "You need to leave here. We don't chill like that." I was like, "George just nearly hit the white ball with his black balls. It's goal kicking off. Someone's gonna die."
Like, this is not how we play that game, sir. This is not.
George came and see me granddad. George came and see me granddad's like, yeah, Johnny, like, thanks for Stephen's support and all that. He's a lovely lad, but tell him to stay away from the green on Thursday and Sunday, right?
That's when I play.
That's when I. And I see him like, blowing on his hand. And he's like, I'm like, what are you doing with your hand?
Glenda loves that shit. Glenda is looking. He knows Glenda's looking at him. Yeah. He's like,
oh, one day, me and my girl were off work in the week, right?
Yeah.
We both like had a Monday off because we work weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
So we went bowling during the day.
Oh, yeah, bowling.
So these old dudes in like a lane or 2 down, and they had like custom balls. One was like a Death Star.
Oh no, okay.
And one was like an American flag.
Yeah.
So I was like, I went down, and he came down to my lane. He said, "Oh, I just seen you got 3 strikes in a row because I'm a killer at bowling. I'm like a sniper."
Same here. Oh, sorry, same here. I'm serious. I don't play.
I don't mess around. It's not a game to me.
I don't play.
I'm here living.
They used to call me Thunder. I'm not even being. I'm
used to call me Pinhead. You know why? Because knock all the pins heads off.
No, like this is a game. This is a game.
So I'm there, and he's like, "Oh, I see you do your thing," but I see him looking at Danielle like a bit of a thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, "What's going on here?" So he comes and he's like, "Oh, if I was you, what you do is you release at the last minute." He said, "Watch, come down here," and he had his pins up, and like. They were on like this thing. They were on this contract because the members, so the players keep coming.
So they practice.
It's not a game.
Yeah, they just practice.
And he gets his ball and like he puts his hand over. No, I don't know if you know, but the ball, the little air.
Yeah.
And he's like this, and he's looking at my girl in the eye, and I'm like, this old motherfucker's trying to get some.
Man.
And bro, he bulls it, and it goes like out, bends out, and comes back and knocks them all down.
Just
and he literally stands there. He's got his hand still out. This leg's round the back, so it's like, right, and he's just looking down. He's like, See can you see where your finger is? See where the finger is? Your finger's like that. He's like,
do you know there's nothing like confidence when you have confidence in something that you're doing? Zone. Yeah, like
you see him in the supermarket, you see him in the pub, wouldn't see a thing. See when it's his thing.
Yeah, it's true, man.
You can't get that back. What about you? What was happening?
Guys, all I want to say is obviously there's been a
large gap.
Yeah, there's been a gap. And I don't want to say this is the reason, but they tried to kill me. Okay, they tried to kill me. I got knocked off my bike.
I forgot about this. Right, can I just put a pin in it? I calls them up nearly every night because we're gear like that, right? Not that gear's bad, but the gear happy.
Right.
So I called him up and I said, "Yo, B, what's good, fam? What's up?" And he goes like, "Hey, it's me. We're in the hospital." I was like, shut up. I said, "Put him on the phone." He said, "No, really, he got hit off his bike." I was like, And then I was like, "Oh no, really? Like, is it real?" It's like, "Yeah, he's lying on the bed here now. Like, I don't know if he's gonna make it." I was like, "What?" I'll let you take the story from here. What happened?
Yeah. Anyway, like I think they put a hit on me. Anyway, no, I was riding to work, and this guy was just
Some
obnoxious.
old, really fat man tried to get to McDonald's quick and didn't see him. Technically,
I don't even want to speak bad of ill of him,
he
but like,
ran away from the scene. He's like, it was a hit and run. If anyone sees him out here, the registration was X275.
we're still going through proceedings, okay? They will use this
Where
as
there's
evidence.
blame, there's a claim. Just remember that. We all boop, boop.
No. Yeah. Anyway, that happened. That was
a while
threw
ago
me.
now.
Yeah. No. That was.
That's been a while.
November. That was November.
We had the Christmas special between then.
Yeah. True. But do you know the funny thing from it? Like there was one day. I think I already told you about this, but there was one day I've had physio since that, and then there was one day my missus had to go to work. Nakai was still off school, and I've just come home from work, so I need to get to physio because I've set the time already. There's no leeway to send Nakai somewhere or anything. I've not prearranged anything. I forgot. I'm like, do you not just come with me, take your switch, and just sit out there. I'm gonna get my physio and then obviously come back because it's only like half an hour physio. So we get there, we're sitting down, he's playing his game, and then we get to go in. And then the guy's like, "Oh no, you can come in." I was like, "Oh, is there space in the room?" Because some rooms are big, some rooms are small. So we go in, and I was like, "No, I just sit in the corner." Then I start to take my shirt off and stuff like that, and then I'm getting on the table, and the guy's getting the cream ready, but I'm thinking, for my son, this must be really weird.
This is messed up.
This must be weird because no one's saying nothing. Because obviously, I know why I'm there.
But you didn't prep your son.
No, because bro, it was
You walked to the physio with him. Look, Dad's gonna take his top off. Man's gonna rub me nipples. Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna go like that. If I make that sound, it's okay, son. Okay.
So the man thumb up my ass.
Oh man, it ain't gay if you don't push back. You know the rules anyway.
Listen, the other day, he put me on hands free in the car. And I said, and he said, "Oh, it's just me and Nakai in the car." I said, "Oh, Nakai, what's good? How's school?" He said, "I haven't been today. I wasn't here the other day either." I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you off school?" So I go to dentist. I said, "Oh shit, you let a man crawl up in your mouth." And I could hear the dad more. No, don't say it like that. I was like, "Yeah, you let a man up in your mouth." He's like, "No, it's me. I think we need to go." Don't go. Why is there a man in your mouth?
You need to stop doing that to him. You know, he's gonna take that and be like, "Nah, I can't do it." Uncle Smith said, "No."
What do you mean? You fought off the dentist anyway?
Yeah, that was
Tell
crazy.
the dentist.
Yeah, no. Like, so he had to go to the dentist to get his teeth taken out. I was like, "Son, it's okay. Like, they're just gonna give you gas. You're gonna fall asleep. Like, just normal." So he's apprehensive. He's like, "Oh no, I don't trust these settings." He's just like that in himself. He's like, kept coming up to me in that before, like, "Oh, what's it gonna? I'm scared, Dad. What's it gonna be?" Like, I'm like, "No,
you're filling with false hope." It's gonna be all right.
No, but honestly, like if he just took the gas, it would have been cool. He'd have fell asleep. But so they're about to put gas on him, and then he's turned around. But as he's turned around, he sees the doctor prepping the needle and flicking.
Oh, it looks like the start of a horror movie.
Yeah,
it's Human Centipede all over again.
You know, I felt sorry for him because if I saw that and then like he's seen movies that we watch, and so he's like, "Nah, this don't sound good."
That's why you don't let your children watch horror movies. Like,
yeah. Honestly, you shouldn't. So they tried to put the gas and air on him, which is cool, but he grabs the doctor's hand, and the doctor's like, you know, when somebody like. You're thinking, where's this strength coming from?
That is fear. That is 100% fear.
No, that's truth. Like the strength that he had, then I missed
that's
out
not his
hold
strength.
him. Yeah, like he was like, "I'm probably gonna die here. and I'm not gonna go easy. No, in his head he's thinking like, why are they lying to me?
Listen, a mother has been known to flip a car when a child's underneath it. How the woman couldn't even lift carrier bags up?
Do you know what I was trying to think? Like, what amazed me about that? Like, if that can happen, and which it has happened, and it's not just one time it's happened throughout human history, and there's different cases. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen the lady get out of the car, but she forgot to put the brake on, and I think she pulled off the door or something like that, or she opened the door because
there's kids
stop
inside
it.
of it.
To stop it or something like that. But I was thinking, it's within us humans. That's within us humans.
We use a quarter of our brain.
Imagine if you could get that system or that amount of energy on demand. I think that it would be amazing if like we could like human biology, not even biology, but like in a scientific way, if we can move towards that and try to manufacture that in humans.
Yeah.
That whole thing is always like I've thought about that. That's like a crazy aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have you seen the film Lucy?
Not all of it.
Oh right. Okay.
Not all of it.
No,
But
I'll tell you when the dog dies at the end. Then. So anyway, New Year. What else? Any Christmas, New Year blunders?
No. I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna have to try a lot more to.
Yeah, listen, they've been trying for years. No one's gonna take us out like that.
Do you know how I think I'm actually gonna die? I think a food trap. I think honestly, I don't know what it is. I think if I saw a plate of fresh food, like I just
on the floor.
I know, like I'm like, why is that there? And you're laughing because you know, Steph would do that. You know,
if there's a bowl of tagliatelle and some big juicy meatballs from Fumo or something.
I'm like,
remember that one from Fumo? The one to do Fumo, and then with the calamari and a little bit of meal at the side.
Yeah.
Should have went there today. I forgot about that.
Oh man, see, I'd think twice about it. I'd be like, why would something anyway? So
so that was Christmas and New Year.
So UFC, what we
Oh, UFC, yeah. Shit, loads has happened. John Jones, the Great, is back.
Yep.
Kicked Alexander Gustafsson in the face.
Definitely, he did his homework on that fight.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
He had the ability anyway before because he beat him, but Gustafsson had the ability as well.
Yeah.
But John Jones,
Gustafsson's been on a roll as well.
Jones
while
definitely.
Gustafsson was away, while Jones was away, so I really thought Gustafsson had a better chance. But I just feel like Jones has went away, cleared away all his demons, and now he's like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. I don't know if you like watched the fight, or even if you didn't watch the fight, because I think looking at Jones through that fight, he nullified Gustafsson so much that it wasn't as much as
he
a
shut him
spectacle.
down.
Yeah.
He kept him at such a distance,
Yeah.
even though they're the same height.
He knew, yeah.
He stepped back as Gustafsson was coming forward. Then he stepped forward, double step forward when he was attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. He called out DC at the end. He just said, DC, you really think you're the champ, come and get it? And I don't know which other way you can really see it. I think Jones is going to go up to heavyweight because I think you could carry. The thing is, what the only problem I've got with that is nothing below his waist grows. So is he going to put 10 pounds on his upper body and then his legs are just going to stay like sticks?
Well,
that man looks like he's walking around with climps.
If he has to, he's going to put on weight somehow.
Yeah, but it looks terrible the way it does. Anyway, have you seen him? He's worse than your legs. You got some sticks.
People can see in this, that.
You can slap your leg all you like.
No, I don't have chicken legs. I know, I 100% know I don't have chicken. I saw somebody in the gym and they epitomized what that was. My guy was tonk.
Oh.
Like he wasn't tonk, but he you could see that he went to the gym.
Yeah, and he just let go of legs.
But do you know what? Like, I can understand. I can't understand it because like you can't just. He had shorts on. Like that makes like you can hide it in. You can hide it in.
Put
like,
in joggers.
Yeah, you can hide it in joggers. That's
Put
cool.
2 pairs of joggers on. Happy days. Put 2 pairs of joggers and put some roll mat around your legs.
Unless you ain't on these streets, like on the roads, like there's no need for you to wear 2 sets of joggers. Like you need to do some leg work.
Yeah, I'm working legs. I am. I'm in the gym, and my routine is push, pulls, legs.
Yeah. No.
You do push, pull legs.
Now that I've got like I have more. I'm not even older, but now I've just got more experience in going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like I'll do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like you got to work your body. Even if you don't do legs, you could do like see a compound full body, like a clean and jerk, or
deadlifts.
Or deadlifts. Yeah,
deadlifts.
Yeah, like I don't understand why you wouldn't incorporate something like that.
You can do squats at home. Get 2 carrier bags, fill them full of tins of beans, and do squats. Do 50 squats. I bet you can't do them.
Even 50 bodyweight squats. You know how that feels, yeah. Like I was watching Joe Rogan. I can't remember the guy who he was with. 'Cause I don't even know this guy, but I think he's a trainer or he's either a trainer or a nutritionist.
Right, okay.
How do you say it? Nutritionist. Yeah, he's either that one or two. But he was just talking about the way people train, like, and he was saying, and these are sort of things that we already know, like consistency beats intensity, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he was saying things that's true. Like, he was saying you should never go to the gym or go do a workout. Forget gym. Go do a workout and then feel sore, right? And I know you even look at it. See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what are you on about? And he's like, no, like you want to be in a flow state, and you should, if you do a crazy workout where you need to rest the next day, and I'm going every day doing about 60, 70%, I'm going to get in more workouts than you. And I'm going to do it consistently because I'm not going to have that fear of like I can't move or whatever. I'm not explaining it as well as he did.
I think I get what you mean. So is it the case of instead of doing 20 kg aside bench press for 10 reps for 3 sets and being fucked for a week, so you do 10 kg with 8 reps for 3 sets, but being able to do it in 2 days' time?
Yeah.
Because you've done like legs or something else?
Because he was saying like, so if you can do 10, say you can do 10 pull-ups, if I put a gun to your head, you couldn't do 11. Like, that's your maximum, right?
Yeah.
He would say, I'd only do 5. I'd only do 5 because say you do 10 pull-ups, the next day you couldn't, if you whatever your maximum is, and this is how people should think, whatever my maximum is, I can't do one more of that. So whatever I do, that's like whatever weight I do. Say I do 100 kg or something like that, 1 rep. I shouldn't be able to do another because that's not my maximum. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your maximum is maximum effort of whatever once because you use all your energy in essence. Your maximum.
Right. So like powerlifting.
Yeah, but in general, you like. He was just stressing. He was just stressing consistency instead of doing intensity all the time. And he was talking about in training wise, he's like the only time you should lean more towards intensity is like a training camp, like towards the end of your or towards not towards the end, but like a training camp. Obviously, a training camp near a fight for people who know the fighting. Yeah. But generally, you should just work on being consistent because everybody knows if the more consistent you are, like I could go hit the gym hard tomorrow, same like you, but the amount of times we'll go back after hitting it hard on the first day saying like I've got a new mindset, I'm going gym for New Year's. Do you know what I'm saying? But
so the way I used to do it is I used to do like chest tries, back buys, shoulders, abs, shoulders and abs, and then legs. So that would be like chest tries, back buys, shoulders, abs, legs. So 4-day routine.
Yeah. So when you get back to that other one, you're good on that.
I think that's all right. But what was happening with me is I was taking 2 or 3 days, 4 days off. Yeah. To rest for the chest because I'd went too hard. So that's a good routine. I believe that's in my books. That's what I like to do. Yeah. Chest and tries, back and buys, shoulders, abs, and legs. Yeah. If you do that, then. But the thing is, when you come to do shoulders, it's still a push motion. Your tries are fatigued still, so you've got to take the intensity down. You do.
Yeah, and even what you said before, you said the shoulders, tries, abs, back and legs. Yeah. I think a good one to work on if you're getting into it is push, pull, and legs.
I think it's push, pull, legs,
Yeah, push, pull, and legs. And then obviously you can work
push, pull, legs and abs together, legs and abs together.
Yeah.
Push, pull, and everything else. So push would be chest, shoulders, triceps. Pull would be back, biceps.
There's crossover. Obviously, there's crossover in a lot of those things. But one you're working something mainly, and one you're working something secondary. Yeah. But it's just a way to think about about training. But are we going to move on to the main topic?
Before you go,
Yep.
TJ Dillashaw and
Oh, yeah, shit, snap.
what's his name? Juan? No, his name's not Juan. That
Not
was so
Cody.
racist.
No. Who's that guy got that? Was it the guy that come back from the ban?
No, it was the guy that come back from beating off Mighty Mouse.
Oh, I thought you said he beat Mighty Mouse.
He did beat Mighty Mouse.
He beat Mighty Mouse.
That's how he got the belt.
Do you know what? Because every time I see Mighty Mouse, cause I don't want to say I'm a UFC snob, but I'm normally for the big fights. I don't watch it all the time.
Mine, and you'll only come if there's big fights.
For the big fights mainly. So every time I see Mighty Mouse, he's winning something. So I always look at him like he's a whatever weight group he is. He's the best.
No, not welterweight, flyweight.
And then the last thing I've seen, if you ever seen, like this is the most like game. Like it was pretty amazing. Like he did the jumping armbar, didn't he?
Jumping armbar. Guy was on the side of the cage and he just was like, look at his eyes. Like, oh wait, you got that left off of me? Jumped up, fucking yanked.
Do you know? It's not even one's a creativity,
yeah,
and then two is an execution.
Because you've got to fully commit to that.
Yeah.
You can't be like, oh, can I get up there?
No. He in mind he envisioned doing it.
Yeah.
Went for it, pulled it off, and that was a great win.
That was probably one of the best things I ever seen in MMA. That and the Vitor Belfort 1 and 2 kick to the face. First one was Anderson Silva, second one was Leona Machia. And he got done twice by, that's what makes it even worse. Of two legends. So Anderson Silva standing there, they're both like this, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, he just goes, boo! And he just the way he caught him and he crumbled. Like, he didn't go back, he didn't go forward, he just went, boo, like a bag of bricks.
But it's like you say, the ones you don't see coming.
Yeah.
Do you know, I was watching...
No one ever sees a great punch coming. Because if it was a great punch, you wouldn't see it coming.
What's his face? Joe Rogan. See the one I sent you, the video of his. If you watch Joe Rogan, you see his kicking power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love that kick. That I don't know what it's called. It's not a roundhouse, but it's like it comes from the front, then it goes to the side.
Question mark kick.
That kick is amazing.
Is beautiful. It looks like it's going to come to your ribs.
Yeah, because it comes
out.
But do you know what's amazing about it is the power that's still in it. Because you'd think doing that, then stopping.
But it's in your hip. It's because you go whip on.
Yeah.
And whip it round like a tail.
Yeah, do you know, like if you're into fighting,
we might put a video of us trying to do it. Let's try and do that in a couple of weeks.
Oh man.
Anyway, so topic of the day is education.
Yeah, education, school and education.
How the system,
all around about.
how the system's gonna change, how it was when we were kids, how it is now. Like, what do we think it's going to be like in the future, and why? What do we think you could change?
Because obviously we're going to go back and forth and bounce and whatever. But there was a video. This is not my thoughts, but it was a great video. They showed the first iterations of a car, 1930s or whenever a car came about. Then they showed one now. It looked like a horse-drawn carriage, basically, a motorized horse-drawn carriage without the car, basically. And then obviously everyone knows the cars of today. Then they showed a house, obviously olden house, like wooden and whatever. Then they showed a house of today, beautiful, modern luxuries, whatever. Then they showed something else. I can't remember what they showed, but you get what I'm saying. They showed something when it first come about.
Yep.
And then they showed it now, and then you could see like we've made advances.
Difference.
Then they showed a classroom. The kids sitting down at a table, whatever.
The chalk and the board.
Chalk teacher at the front of the class. Yeah, but even the
kids had a little board with chalk on it back in the day.
Yeah, all the kids sitting down with their chalkboards writing in rows and whatever. They show 2019, 2018. It's the same thing. Teacher at the front of the class, pen, kids writing in their books or whatever. And that's a powerful thing. There's so many iterations that have changed.
You got to remember, school's been around since what, the 1700s?
School's been around since from the beginning. Like, we've always been learning. I don't know when the first iteration, and we called it a school, but we've always taught our young. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't know the first iteration of a school, but it's been that sort of, you lot sit, and I'm going to stand up here.
Person.
Yeah. And I was to take it to. I had parents' evening the other day, and I was saying to a teacher, I was saying that to him, but I didn't do the long thing. I was just saying the way that it is taught. There's a obviously it works for so many children, so many people. Don't get me wrong, the schooling system does work, but there's a small demographic in a class, which is in another class, and in another class, and another class, which makes a big demographic that are left out and don't learn the way that everybody else learns.
Yeah.
And I understand that maybe you can't focus on 3 people in the class because the other 15 are getting it. I sort of understand it from that point of a teacher. I understand it.
That's where it's flawed then, isn't it?
Yeah, no, obviously. But the other people that are getting missed out, it's not fair on them that they're not getting the same out of school what everybody else is getting. Do you know what I'm saying? We should all be allowed the same amount of... Me and you should be able to learn, even if you learn a different way than me, we should be able to learn the same thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just as the same way me and you have learned things over the years, that is not contradictory, just a different way than the traditional way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't disprove our intelligence. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, of course not.
And I think in schools, when you don't absorb the information that is given, you're labelled a certain way because you're not taking it information. Smee's taking the information and Stefan isn't. So there's something wrong with me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the way you'd be looked at.
Yeah. You and the rest of the 15 are cool, but I'm struggling here.
So do you think that it would be better? So I thought about this a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I believe in today's society, it should be that there is a computer on the table, bit of glass on the table.
Yep.
And everyone has their own headphones and they plug the headphones in.
Yep.
There shouldn't be a teacher at the front.
Okay, but elaborate more on it.
So the teacher is on the screen.
Okay.
To pre-recording of that lesson, but you have an assessment every couple of months to see how you learn.
Okay.
So if you learn visually through someone doing something, that's how you get taught.
Yeah.
If you get taught verbally, then it's verbalized to you with the words on the screen. I think that we should be at a point where every single person should be able to be at school or not be at school on their own terms as well. I think if you don't want to be at school, don't be at school.
I sort of disagree.
But from it,
yeah,
your parents and whoever is in charge of you, your guardian, should then say to you, "This is what's going to happen if you don't do this."
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I totally. I think everyone should have a.
Sorry. Why is the government and why is the educational system paying 30 to 50 grand a year per teacher when the screens that they put in would do every single? Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you, why don't you think that's happened? Why don't you think there's an advancement in teaching or education?
I look at this is going to probably get me in trouble.
Don't worry.
I think the school system is set up the same as the bank system. Mm-hmm. It's not for the little person to win. It's for the other people. These kids are 10 grand a term to the school. 10 grand a term.
So when he's saying that each school, the amount of children they have, they get paid for these children.
Bring your calculator up on your phone real quick.
So what numbers are we working with?
So 30 kids average in a class.
Yep.
No, let's even take it lower. Let's just for statistics reason. Let's take 20 kids in a class.
20, yep.
Yeah. And let's just say in that year group there is
100?
10.
Okay.
10 classes.
Okay, so
Let's say it's the smallest school.
Yeah.
Right, so the 10 classes in that group, right?
Yeah.
And then there's year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 6th form.
So that's 7.
7. So times that by 7. And now times that by 10,000.
Okay. Yeah, that's 14 million.
14 million.
Yeah.
A term. And they can't put fucking good stuff in the schools.
Yeah. I do.
I worked that out on a low basis. That wasn't even big numbers. So let's work this. So you said 14 million, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to shut you down or anything. So let's look at teachers. So you've got a teacher for each class,
You got teachers, then you got head teachers, then you got teaching assistants.
Assistants, things like that.
Yeah,
right?
so factor that into what you're saying.
Yeah, so let's look at a teaching assistant probably gets 22 grand a year, 23.
How much do the teachers get paid?
Probably about 30 grand a year.
Cool.
30
Right,
grand
so
easy.
go- yeah,
Because
yeah.
I seen the advert, it said starting off at 27,000.
Cool,
So I'm guessing about 30 grand.
Yeah, okay.
Head teachers, 50 grand, easy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So, one head teacher, let's add this up, one head teacher, 50,000. So I should put 50 to whatever, 50,000. A deputy head, 45,000.
Yeah. Yep.
Say 10 senior teachers at 40,000. Senior teachers have been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
Doing a good salary.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still on the calculator.
And then what did we say? We said
So how much is a senior teacher? 30.
no, it's 40. Yeah. 40,000. So
You know everything's going amiss, right?
what does he mean?
I've messed it up. So yeah, I've messed it up. Let's just say it. These lot.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of goddamn money.
Oh man.
I went so wrong.
No.
But it's not 14 that million.
Do you know what? Do you know what's annoying? Two things. What you said, like how you not no disrespect, but you were saying you can see it. So when you say you can see it, you're not in the teaching system. You're not in government. You're not a financial analyst, even though you have a business and things like that. You're not a financial analyst.
Okay.
But you're saying from your outside view, you can see these figures and say why have they not implemented this system? Things like that annoy me because that's true. Like if
I can work it out.
do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you can work it out.
If I can work it out, and I'm just what you would be classed as just a normal citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can work it out, why can't someone whose job it is to work it out? Do you know why? Because it would fuck people up. Do you think the education minister at Downing Street, who works in Parliament, is sitting just on 50k a year?
No, obviously not.
That everything's going to get put through the books. They're going to get no tax, and they're probably on something like $500,000 a year, if not more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're living a good life. Living my best life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I ain't going no playing.
but that's what I'm saying. There's too much money. It's like the banking system. Too much money in it. Why do you think it takes so much for a kid to be kicked out of school these days? Because they lose their 10,000 a term. How many terms in a year? 4 terms? 3 terms?
Yeah, like four or 3. Yeah.
So it's 40 grand per kid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one teacher's salary.
That's crazy. Because I think now you say that, it makes it's kind of whatever I was gonna say was irrelevant. Because I was trying to think of obviously we're not going to implement it because where we are we can't. Not saying we don't have the power to start a change because we all do, but I'm saying me and you physically we can't at the moment. Yeah, it kind of shot down. It kind of shot down views of like saying, yeah, why not implement that system? Because then that way everybody who's leaving school would benefit and learn in the way they learn, and they would come out at the same level.
One system. Every single term you do the system. So 3 times a year you do the system. Mm-hmm. You sit down. There's CCTV in the room. There's, say, even if you employ 40 guards, and their job is to either remove you from the class by force if necessary, just the same way as a doorman would remove
But
someone
don't,
from
I
a
think
club.
even with this system, we'd cultivate it from young so they would know. Because you know what?
You don't talk in class. You don't talk when the computer's on.
I was speaking to, there's somebody at my work who just come and he was saying he went to a private school. And yeah, it was a private Catholic school, whatever. But what he was saying, his syllabus, it was like, you teach yourself. So yeah, no, it was weird, like, because there's all these different things out there, like different ways of teaching. Obviously, like the way we taught was the same, but he was saying like you teach yourself, like you work to this thing. He didn't. I can't explain it how he explained it, but like obviously you work to this thing, and I think there's a time limit. Then once you've answered the question, you do it on the chart to see if you're working to the level or something like that.
Shit.
Yeah. So he was saying he'd need to explain it to me more. But he was saying basically like you have your thing and you teach yourself. So you could mess around, but obviously with your system, or that. I'm saying if we cultivate that system from young, then they will just know when they're in.
But even,
that's what they do.
Even at that, if you turn around and you say, right, if you disrupt in class, you get removed from that class. If you're removed from that class, your parents get a fine. How many times are you going to fuck up if you know when you go home you're going to get slapped as fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm going to get people's elbow.
Listen, I would have got the rock bottom. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, someone's tombstone power driving me.
Man.
You do not bring no drama home. And, like, that's what you're going to say to your kids.
It's a bit troubling, like looking at it and saying these things and just me and you, studio, like, coming up with solutions that seem viable. Don't get me wrong. Like we don't know the logistics. We don't know the actual figures. We don't know logistics.
Let's not even.
But there is a better way than this.
Listen.
When we are saying from the inception of schools and to now they're the same. There's a better way.
Listen, you can't even put ourselves down like that. You're saying like, oh, like we're working this out, and like if we can work this out, like who are we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't even look at it like that. Look at it in the point of like. Like you don't know how viable it is. It is very viable. We're not stupid. You look at how much a touchscreen computer is in Cineworld, not the screen that you go to pick your thing. That's all you need. You need a screen that's touchscreen, durable, to be prodded and touched all day. You need if one of them systems is down, you need backup ones where they come and slide it out and put another one in.
Yeah.
It's not. This isn't hard.
No,
this isn't hard work.
It's true.
You get one person, the Spanish teacher, speaks Spanish and English on it. The English teacher is maybe in like an old English outfit. Make it fun for the kids. Do a little act. If some kids are getting ahead of others and they finish early and they've done the whole thing and it says finished, they can go off and go to this like lunchroom or this this chill room.
No,
it doesn't have to be the way that it is. Then you log on the system at home. It's the same system that you log on at home to do homework on your tablet or your computer. It's not a hard principle. It's really not.
I think I'm trying to play devil's advocate, but like. Me as a person, I don't think I can disagree with that because I believe in what you're saying.
It is ridiculous that we have somebody that goes away to learn something to then stand in front of everyone to tell them. Because that person can have an off day. Or they can have an on day. And how many teachers have you seen these days that are as enthusiastic as what they need to be for this youth of today?
Because do you know? Sorry.
Go on.
Because I was saying to Smee, like he was saying to me the story about the tombstone and they're saying the death of I Can't. Do you want to say that?
Yeah. So there's a teacher. I'm reading / listening to an audio book at the moment called Chicken Soup for the Soul, and it's motivational stories about things that happen for a life. 101 stories. Of just stuff that's happened through time. So this teacher in America, she had a second grade, third grade class. Well,
she had a class.
Yeah, class. They were like,
I think they were young,
like 9 years old. Yeah, and a lot of kids in the class at the start of the term said, "I can't." So she said, "Right, kids, get on with your work and go for recess." So when it was recess, she went to the like DIY or the wood chips part of the school or the whatever
DT
yeah design technology part, and she asked the lecturer, can I have can you cut me out a little bit of a tombstone out of like chipwood, whatever. And he said yeah no worries. She said, I just want like 30 centimeters. So she went and she got some paint from the art class and she painted it white. She wrote RIP I can't. She went out into the yard like behind where the teacher's car park is, and she dug a little hole. She stuck this I can't in. She went back into class and said, right guys, I want you to write down everything that you can't do. So when you say I can't, or you say I can't do me maths or I can't do this, I want you to write it down, and it's got to be relevant to school or to your home life. Like, not that I can't fly, because fucking
it has to be realistic.
You're not Clark Kent yet. Do you know what I mean? So just live his life. So she went outside and she said, guys, this is a coffin for I can't. She says, everybody put your I can'ts in here. And all the kids were like, oh, what's going on? And they lowered I can't into the ground about 4 feet under, and she put the soil back over the top. And she said, does anyone want to say anything about I can't? And a couple of kids said, I'm glad I can't's gone and things like this. And she said, the teacher said, I'm glad I can't gone now because his siblings might get a chance. I will and I must. And when I heard this, I was like, oh shit, like that's a deep story. She took the two little wooden chipboard tombstone, she put it in her class on the backboard, and every single time a kid went to say I can't, she pointed back up at it, and then the child was like, oh yeah, of course.
I can't, it's gone, like it's dead.
He's dead, you can't bring it in this class, he doesn't live here. And then they go, oh yeah, of course, so I'm going to endeavour to do this, like it made the kid change his mind and use something else.
What I was trying to say, and obviously you can take what you will from that story, but not everybody is cut out to be a teacher, but that's an inspiring teacher. Do you understand?
I believe that, sorry to put in, but I believe if you're going to be a teacher, you shouldn't just have to qualify educationally. You should have to go on some kind of like inspirational or motivational or some kind of course, because you're taking a young person for a year. They're seeing you for a year, maybe longer, depending on what you're going to do. Because
it's important. Like I don't think people grasp the fact, like, when you hand over your child, you're like, you're in place of me. They take as much from you as they from me. And speaking to my friends and just growing up, and everybody's been through it. Some teachers say fucking horrible stuff. Yeah. Like fuck it, like to the point of you're saying stuff to a growing and developing person. You're a leader. Yep. You're a fig that like the head figure in the class. And when you say something like because we're human, sometimes there's conflicts, but you need to remain professional. You can't say, Gary, you're not gonna fucking make anything. You're gonna be doing this.
You're gonna be in prison or you're gonna be dead.
Like,
that's what teachers said to me.
How can you like?
Just let you know, Mr. Smith, I'm not dead. I'm in prison. I'm not here balling, bitch. Sorry,
but it's exactly like what Smee said. Like, some people are not cut out for the jobs that they have. Like, some people are not cut out to be parents. Some people are not cut out to be teachers. Some people are not cut out to be police officers. Exactly what you said about a teacher going through these things. I think police should go through different things. I don't think you just pass like you pass a physical. You've not really done nothing psychotic, and then you pass the test.
No, you can't be given that kind of power.
I think it needs to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all those roles that I've said, parent, teacher, and police officer, they are roles of power within the community. Yeah. And anybody who knows, or not even anybody, like you can feel like I've seen when. How am I trying to put it? I don't want to just put rich people. I want to say you're a shop attendant or something like that, or a high shop or something. When you have power over somebody, you act differently. Not everybody takes power properly and can be like, do you know, how do I say, at my work, there's a supervisor, but that's just a position you are. You're not better than me. That's just your role. And then you have your everything you have to do. And I understand that, but that doesn't mean you're better than me. That's your role.
Yeah.
You may have trained for that, or you may have done your time or whatever, but just because you tell me what to do or you tell other people what to do, it doesn't mean you're better than me. Not everybody understands it. I understand that when I become a CEO or whatever, or when I obtain a position of power, it's not that I'm better than somebody. That's just where I am, and that's what I've obtained. That's what I've worked for. And there's gonna be people that work for me, and they work for me. Like, I'm not better than you.
This was what I was saying when we spoke about the army the other week. I realized from early this exact thing. You say what you're saying, but so I wish I knew what he knew when he knew it. So I had this thing where I always looked at higher power within the military the same way as I looked at teachers. Yes, you are a certain person. Yes, when you have your uniform on, I have to respect what you're saying. But you do not have to be a dick to me. And when you're not in that uniform and we're in a civilian role, as in you're walking around into where like my room space or my bed space is, don't think you can talk down to me and I'm not going to say anything about it, because you're going to get it. Like you've heard me.
Yeah. Let me interject quickly. I had the same view of Smee as a lot of people did. I just thought he was like a cheeky little bastard. You know what I'm saying? No, not in a bad way. I just thought he was. I just thought he was just being cheeky. But exactly what he's like. If he told me his mindset, I would have been exactly like him, because that's that's such a mature way to look at things. But the majority of people don't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm
people,
saying?
People did used to think I was cheeky and cocky and that I got to do whatever I wanted, but I didn't get to do whatever I want. I just made sure that if I wanted to do something, I'd make sure whoever that I had to ask or tell knew exactly what I wanted to do.
So, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, how do I say this? Like, you know, when, say if you are doing something right, Smee, and everybody else is doing something wrong, you're the one that stands out.
Yeah, of course.
That's where it was. And I like, obviously, because for you, it was just like, oh, this is normal.
Like, people are just the way they've been like that with me since I was a kid.
But honestly, because I was so close to you, if you told me your mindset, I'd have been like, oh. Like, that's how I would have been. I'd have been like, oh, okay.
10 years later.
It took me seeing like an NCO getting banged out for me to understand, oh, shit, we don't have to just do what they tell.
So a corporal got sparked out by what you would class as a bog standard squaddy, like a private. And that's when he realised, oh, shit. And like, I used to argue with my platoon sergeant, and he used to look like, "What are you doing?" And like, I remember one day he said something to me. I was like, "Oh, don't you go over him like that!" And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "We're late, right?" No, you're not just late. You're in the wrong kit. Like, we're on drill and you're in PT again. Oh, man, I got the wrong memo. Right, room's just there. I'll be back 2 seconds.
but I think. Oh man, yeah. That was early days Aldershot.
Yeah,
early days Aldershot.
And then there was the time that it was getting Drummy's office now. He wants to see you, and I'd rock in. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, you're getting our guy. I was like, look, I didn't know it was meant to be PT. I thought it was meant to be something else. Like, oh, you're getting our guy because you were late. What, you were in the wrong dress as well. I was like, oh, fuck.
But honestly, like, I wish if there's any army personnel or young squaddies or whatever that if they've taken anything away, they watch this part.
Can I stop you a minute? Like, we're not saying go out and be disrespectful.
No, if they take that from me, it's not that.
It's not that. What we're saying is, if you get beasted, just leave it there. Like, don't take this somewhere else. Like, I've been beasted before up and down the drill square for being like either cheeky or whatever, and I've been smashed. I've had to brasso a bin. If you don't know what brassoing is, have a look at what brasso is. I've had to brasso a bin, and then for someone to spit in the bin afterwards and throw a banana.
Did they make brasso just so we can make things shiny?
No, it wasn't just for us.
I've never seen it used for anything else.
I use it at home. Yeah. But like, just take from it, like, that person is only human. So just because they're a certain way to you in work time, now you can be CEO of a company and you can be an intern, and I will talk to you the same. You can be the cleaner of the company and you can be the managing director. I'm going to talk to you the same. I talk to the bus driver the same way as I talk to the bank manager. Hi, how you doing? How's your day? I haven't took a bus in a long time. Not for any reason. I take the train. But I'm just saying, like, I will talk, not like I'm more, just in the rules, just balling out. You know what I mean?
No, he's being a snob. He takes Virgin trains.
Oh, sorry, mister. The toilet spoke to me this morning. What did the toilet say to me? Hi, I'm the toilet. Please don't make a mess. Like you did in my bathroom.
A bit scary. Hey, listen, a toilet has a reason, like, has a purpose. Like,
Can I ask you guys a question? Probably no one's going to respond to this. If a man farts in a closed window car, is that disrespectful? He just took a shit in your mouth, hasn't he? He's like, literally just went, open your nose, I'm going to shit. Like,
let me just let me give some context, right? We have to finish soon. This guy has been in the army. Okay, whatever, blah, blah. No.
You're not meant to be called. You're in the army.
Oh, fuck. You have heard and told jokes. That exactly. Can you see? He has heard and told jokes and seen just the pride behaviour that would make the average civilian think, what the actual fuck? What the? You don't act like this normally. And I farted in his car, and I said, "Oh, sorry, bro, I farted." He was like, if he could have stopped the car and made me get out, he would have. I was like, bro, who are you? Who are you?
Shit in my mouth, though, bro.
He teabagged somebody. Oh, thank you. There. And on that note. And he free lift. Who's what a 3-man lift. Oh man. Oh, someone was in the crevices of his butt cheeks, and he does not wax.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, okay.
I'm not went off a bit wrong there, didn't I? That's gonna get edited out. Listen, the army was a weird and strange place. I loved it so much.
Oh man, and I farted, and he wanted to end a relationship there.
There's something that really annoys me. People say things like, "I'll say I'm cold," and people are like, "Oh, but weren't you in the army, bro?" I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that I can't get cold. So he fought in my car with the windows closed. He's like, "Oh, sorry, bro. I just farted." You just shit in my mouth. I can taste it. I can smell it. I can taste it.
Who are you?
Shit particles went from his arse cheeks into my nostrils.
Oh man! Technically, there's shit particles flying around all the time.
Oh, technically, my arse. Listen, let's get back on topic. So
sorry, guys.
So I took such a left. So teabag several people actually over the space of 6 months. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man! Oh, it's not.
She's waking up and I'm just dangling over your head. Hey!
Oh no, please!
Someone's got him just tied down with his quilt.
Oh man! Have you seen people get beaten up in prison movies? How they
get tied down? Just a pair of balls just dangling, just hitting on his nose. Oh shit!
Oh man! Yeah,
I've got some big testicles. Yeah. Big hairy bollocks.
Oh man!
So back to the kids at schools.
Oh man, no. We do have good to share. Oh man, we ain't laughed like this in a while. Sorry, yeah. I'm a lay.
Lying feet. So
yeah.
Nah, but back to the school system. If they need to look at the way that they address the whole situation, I think it can be done much better.
Yeah.
Than a person standing at the front and dictating how the class goes.
Yeah.
Because like a teacher can change a whole mood by bringing a TV in and playing a DVD movie. Or back in my day, it was a video. Do you remember when you just bring a big ass TV in? That used to change your whole mood. Yeah. Or it'd be like, oh, it's a pop quiz or something. Like
I remember we had he's a big Polish guy, Mr. Wachowski, and like our school was bad. If you ever been to Soho, so it was bad, right? Yeah. But nobody, because he was so big, like no one would mess with him. So when you go into his class, you're like, yeah, we're lining up, we're being quiet. He brought in a TV, and every lesson we had, it had a TV on, and it showed Roots. I don't know if you ever watched Roots, but it was just, we were so silent through the whole thing, just watching it, just taking it in, and it was so weird because his class was sociology. Actually, it makes sense now.
You just got it after all this time.
It worked though. It worked. No, but we like I don't know, but his mood like it. I think he just there was a couple teachers like that. They were just they knew the power that they had, and they used it in such a good way. And there were some teachers that just they didn't. And like we were saying, I think there's just a better way of teaching people and understanding the power that you have. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think as well, bringing outsiders in as well.
How do you mean? Explain.
As in like bringing like motivational speakers, or bringing in like idols.
It's nearly time, but
But bringing in idols, or bringing in like public figures that the kids are going to relate to. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Bringing in people who can relate to the kids on their level. I think that's got to be important through the whole school, through the system itself.
Yeah, definitely. I do hope that that this goes beyond our reach normally, and it reaches some teachers or whatever. Because
I don't think no teachers are watching this. I'm not gonna lie. We're talking about teabagging, comics, and drowning. These teachers aren't watching this.
Oh, that explains a school day for me. but no, exactly what he said about idols. We're gonna have to cut it quick. But I was watching Gets talk about his album with Akala. I really love anything Akala does. I just love listening to him because I absorb so much information. I like his music. And there was a teacher in the crowd asking questions as well. And she said, I hope I can I get a clean version of your song Black Rose so I can give to my sixth graders. She didn't say sixth grade, but 6-year-olds or whatever. Yeah. And like what you said with idols, I think that is such a big thing because on the song, check it out, Black Rose is a good thing. He was speaking to his daughter, but it related to the demographic in her class, and she wanted to. She's a fan, and she listens to him, and she like this probably could get across better than I could. And it's just another way, and exactly just coming full circle from what you're saying. Yeah. I think that's another way that different teaching methods could be implemented.
100%, I couldn't agree more. So listen, guys, we're going to have to cut it there. In the next couple of weeks coming up, months, we're looking at going on a little tour. We're going to go and try and get into a vape lab, talk about vapes and what they do to you as CBDs, things like this. We're hoping to talk to some sports figures and we're hoping to get out into some gyms. We're putting the feelers out there. Anyone that wants to hear anything or anyone that wants to see anything, you know where to hit us up at. And just remember, when you're out here,
don't drown.